You weren't born just pay bills and die. You weren't born just pay bills and die. All you need is a dog, a shag, a crick in the back, and a good woman, oh Lord.
Hey YouTube, this is Uncle Momo's music reaction channel where I provide my views on talented artists from around the world. And this time we are going over to the States and we are checking out Chris Anthony on Oliver Anthony's channel. As you know, is Chris Anthony's granddad or granddad? I think it's granddad. Let me know about that. I know you already told me, but it's been a long time since I've reacted to Chris Anthony. Love his texture, love where he's located. I wanted to say love his storyline, but that kind of be a bit morbid, don't you think? You know, loving someone else's pain and the journey that they're going through. I appreciate what he's going through because he's not keeping it to himself. He's literally sharing what he's going through and his hardship and his trials and tribulation for everyone else to see, for everybody else to sort of like, I don't know, get some kind of life experience from it. But also some kind of connection with him because he's not the only person in this world that's going through that same thing. So it's really nice that when you can have a connection with somebody who's going through something that is similar to yourself. It really is. And not only that, the subject matters of his songs is very connected to the world. So and I think that's what everybody's liking about him, that he's singing truth. So this song is called Rich Man's Gold. And I feel just by listening to that, Rich Man Gold, you know, there's a saying that another man's rubbish is another man's treasure. Somehow I feel that this is something to do with that, just by reading Rich Man's Gold. But I don't know until I press the play button. So, without further ado, you know what we're here for. Great vocabs and a damn good video audio music. Can you dig it?
You weren't born just pay bills and die.
Oh, strong.
You weren't born just pay bills and die.
Ain't that the truth though? You're not born just to pay bills and die.
All you need is a dog, a shag, a crick in the back, and a good woman, oh Lord. You don't need that rich man's gold.
No, you don't. Look at the dog.
My granddaddy grew up on dirt floors.
I think it is his granddad.
Old county
Oliver
was
Samuel.
dirt poor. Mama died when he was 4. What a damn shame. They grew tobacco and raised hogs.
This is a story,
7
man.
youngins and some old dogs. I reckon they was living high on the hog way back in their day. You say you weren't born to just pay bills and die.
I think that should be a sticker.
You weren't
A bumper
born
sticker.
to just pay bills and die.
Because the whole world is in that schematics.
All you need is a dog, a shack, a crick in the back, and a good woman, oh Lord. You don't need that rich man's gold.
So that was Chris Anthony on Oliver Anthony's channel, his granddad, and he's singing about the rich man's gold, or the non-needing of the rich man's gold. Put your life in a better perspective. That this whole planet is all about work, pay, and die. When did it begin to be like this? I remember when trading was trading before the money, then all of a sudden this paper money is just the root of all evil because it's prisons everybody. Would we ever live outside of the paper money? Yes, we know we're going into this digital format of this world, but that's still a new era of imprisonment. So every time when I see Chris Anthony in his, I was told, I believe it's 90 acres, but I've been told it's 19 acres. So let me know about that. Is it 19, 9 or 90? But with that, and I keep on saying that because I'm always bedazzled by that outback and how much he's, I believe, trying to get himself out off the grid. Because when you're out of the grid, then you can look back and, I mean, you can look at the world and think, bloody hell, what have I been doing with myself? You're not born to get up, work, pay, and that's it. You're born for something much more special than that. And until that barrier is broken down, maybe we might be able to see why we put on this amazing earth, why we were actually born, and concentrate on oneself. Because this work, pay, blah blah, it's just, I believe it's a slave conveyor belt. How can the whole world be in this regime? I've got to work or else I die. I've got to work to get food or else I die. I've got to work to pay this bill. I've got to work to pay this. When was this format a life or death situation? When was this format started to begin a life or death situation? I wish there was more people breaking away and coming out of this grid. Get yourself a couple of acres, some seeds, and live off your land. And be in tune with oneself. Because once you be in tune with oneself, then you realize how much of a prisoner you was in this realm of, work, eat, sleep, and sleep. That's a prison thing. We all are in prison, man. And we feel that if we can't work, if we don't work, we're dead. We can't survive. So certain countries can't survive if they don't work. They won't know where to get their next food, begging for other things, begging for people to people who do work. It's amazing. I like the way he's hit the nail, because there's only a handful that you really need. Everything else is a material value. It has to be said, he does hit these subject matters, and even though you think that it's taken lightly, you can just look at his face and you see how much passion is drived into these individual words that he's putting out there for us to take upon. I think it's more than just listening to him and saying, Chris Anthony, amazing artist, amazing thing. It's more than that. We have to take stead in what he is saying and build momentum upon that. Or else he's just gonna be a TV, we're just watching and saying, "Oh, that's nice," and switch over onto something else and not really pay that mind or pay him enough mind as what he's demanding right now. These are powerful words. All these subject matters are very, very powerful. But it's like it's split. The audience is split between people who just listen to him and think absolutely amazing and want to have a conversation, and people that want to do something about it. I feel the people that want to do something about it is slowly diluting now, and is getting overtaken by people who just want to listen to him and think, "Oh, brilliant." I don't think he's saying it for the sake of saying it or seeing it for the sake of seeing it. I think he wants an outcome from this. But it's pity that everybody now who's adjacent to him, who now know who he is or what he is about, just seeing adjacent saying, "Yeah, I agree with you." It's more than, we've got to do more than just, "I agree with you." How red does his face have to be for us to take heed and take stead and do something about it? Let me know. Until then, I salute you. Boom.
Just pay bills and die. You weren't born to just pay bills and die. All you need is a dog, a shack, a creek in the back, and a good home in the old horse. You don't need that rich man's gold.